Hey folks, here OS Reviews. You're watching our video first look and first impressions of the TimeDock. So before we look at the device itself, we're going to check out a brief history behind it. The TimeDock was actually launched on Kickstarter a few months ago, and it was successfully funded, and it claims to be the first dock for the Pebble Time, steel and round, which also features an integrated charging component. It uses magnetic pins to securely fasten the actual smartwatch on board. And it's also future-proof in the sense that the manufacturer has integrated a design that allows the pins to be swapped out in case Pebble chooses to change the orientation of the charger or something like that in the future. So you can see this is what the Kickstarter campaign looked like, and you can check out the timeline as well of events that went on during the prototype phase, as well as colors that the dock itself came with. The website is now changed to Engineerable, so you can check out a bit more details about the company behind it, the products that they produce. It sells for about $60, which isn't cheap, but it is a high quality stand made out of aluminum alloy and has a few different colors that you can select from. This is what it looks like on the sides with the actual smartwatch in place. I will also mention that it has an interesting watch face. It's an optional watch face designed by the company that you can download through the App Store and then sync it with the watch. So it has a custom look to match the dock, which is shows a high attention to detail. So again, these are the multiple colors. It also has a rose gold version, silver, black, kind of matches the Apple design kind of language going on here in 2015 and 2016. So now you can purchase this directly on the website over here, so you can find it again at $60, and it shows off the various colors as well as how you can start to charge and sync information. It also includes a detachable USB component, uses simple USB 2.0 just to connect it and then charge it with a device. So the packaging that it shipped with, at least the prototype version that we received, was quite simple. It wasn't overly elegant or anything like that. It just shows the color on the sides, and then afterwards it says for Pebble Time, but again it also works with the Pebble Steel and the Pebble Round, and the front of the box looks like this. It's basically just cardboard, so nothing too fancy going on, but it's the product in the inside that really counts. Next, we're going to take a quick look at the design. So here's the black version of the TimeDock. It's made out of a solid piece of aluminum alloy, so it does feel quite sturdy, and the actual USB component, which is a standard micro USB, is fully detachable, as you can see here from the back. You can also swap this out in case the cable breaks, or if you want a longer cable. The one that's included is roughly 1 meter in length, and again it works with any computer, any power bank, or even onto a wall plug, although that isn't included in the box. So all the components, including the plug for the micro USB, feels extremely secure. Everything plugs in with a satisfying click and a thump, so it seems like something that's going to last for quite a long period of time. There are 2 screws in the back, and this allows you to pop up the front, which is actually very secure. It doesn't move or seem to be loose at all, but you can then remove the centerpiece, which contains the charging mechanism in case that Pebble again changes their charging peripherals in the future. But for now, you can see that there's 2 little contact pins, which provides power for the actual Pebble series. It takes roughly 3 hours to completely charge your device, and there's also 2 magnetic pins on either sides, which allows the device to stay quite stable once it is popped onto the dock, and then you can show off the time on the Otherwise, this is what the dock looks like on the side. The actual hinge here isn't movable, so it's going to be a stationary dock that's best suited for maybe the office or at the home. It's not going to be great for travel because, again, it's a little bit on the bulkier side of the spectrum. I know there's only one orientation and one angle as well that you can kind of view content after your smartwatch is placed onto the dock. The back features a rubber feet, which is pretty comfortable. It uses microsuction cups to remain quite stable, so you can peel this off. It says TimeDock, assembled in the USA with global components, and it also shows a serial number / number in the production line. And again, if you place it on a surface or a desk, even with the watch, it remains quite stable. It's not going to accidentally move around, so it offers a rather permanent and secure setup. Otherwise, the USB cable that's being used here, pretty typical, I would say. It uses the standard USB 2.0 plug, pretty easy to plug into a charger. It's a typical connector. There isn't a gold-plated connection. It's not using a flat ribbon wire or anything. Ending quickly on a size comparison, we have the TimeDock next to a 5-inch phone. This is a Fee Compassion 660. You can see it's about half of the length. And in terms of overall size, you can also compare it to a standard wall plug, maybe a USB plug for charging. And again, this is what the size stacks up to be. So not too large overall, so it takes up a little bit limited space on a desk, but it's really not too bad. So we're going to check out more details about the TimeDock in the links below, and we're going to publish an article review soon on our website as well after we do a bit more charging and performance testing. But this has been our video first look. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. This has been the TimeDock.